Hi, welcome back. In this video, I'll be comparing 3 robot vacuums with Xiaomi roots, the Dreame D9, Roborock S4 Max, and Roborock S5 Max. I'm doing this video to see how Dreame stacks up against 2 of Roborock's best options I've tested to date. Also, I mentioned in the Dreame D9 review that it didn't have any map saving feature, but I've read comments saying otherwise, so I updated the app to the latest version, but I didn't see any option to save a new map level. So I guess this feature isn't available yet as of this recording. I've put these 3 robot vacuums through the gauntlet and we'll find out if the Dreame D9 is worth your while or if Roborock is still the better option. Currently, the Roborock S5 Max is the most expensive option of the 3, while the S4 Max is the cheapest since it doesn't have a mop. The Dreame D9 is the mid-level option of the 3 and one of the least expensive with an electronic water tank I've tested so far. Please check the description below for links to individual reviews and the latest pricing. All 3 robots trace their origins to Xiaomi as evidenced by the round design, minimalist interface, single side brush, and combo brush. One difference you'll see is Dreame still uses the old bristle tips, while the S4 Max and S5 Max come with an old rubber side brush, which I really like because it offers better durability. Another difference you'll see is Dreame has these rubber flaps in front of the primary brush. I'm not sure what purpose it serves. It might be there to shield the brush when it mops, but cleaning tests show it doesn't help much with vacuuming, which I'll expound on later in this video. There isn't much difference between the dimensions of these robots. All measure around 13.8 inches wide and 3.8 inches tall, and didn't fit under the shoe rack with a 3.7-inch clearance, but it will fit under 4-inch clearances. Dreame has a larger dustbin with a 570ml capacity versus the S4 Max and S5 Max's capacity of just 460ml. All 3 models have a washable HEPA filter, however Roborock's filter will not fit in the Dreame's dustbin, just an FYI. These robots utilize a laser sensor and SLAM algorithm for navigation. As you'll see in the clip, all 3 start the run cleaning the edges before moving towards the middle in straight back and forth lines. But there are several differences. Roborock S-series robots by default go around twice, while Dreame only does it once, so it's at a disadvantage when it comes to thoroughness. Another difference is the option for Roborock to go around up to 3 times. Dreame can only go around a max of 2 times, so it isn't as meticulous. Lastly, I noticed Dreame makes wider turns compared to Roborock. There isn't much overlap, and it's a factor why it didn't do as well in coverage and cleaning tests. In the coverage test, the D9 was decent, picking up most of the Quaker Oats scattered on this test area. However, the passes weren't as clean as the S4 Max or S5 Max. You can see the D9 leaving a trail, while Roborock did not. After the first go-around, a significant amount was remaining. By the end of the second go-around, it was much better, but you could still see bits here and there. In comparison, the S4 Max and S5 Max did much better. It picked up most of the debris after the first pass. By the end of the second pass, most of it was gone, except for areas it didn't fit. In terms of airflow, the Roborock S4 Max has the most with over 22 CFM at the highest setting, while the Dreame D9 has the least with 15.97 CFM at the highest setting. The S4 Max sits in the middle with 17.74 CFM. Please check the graphic for the complete airflow test results in all the power settings. Despite the gap in airflow, there isn't much of a difference between the S4 Max and S5 Max with cleaning performance. Surprisingly, the S5 Max has a higher overall score versus the S4 Max, even with the lower airflow. In comparison, the Dreame D9 had the worst results of the 3 and didn't do as well across the board. However, I don't think the airflow difference is a factor, as robot vacuums like the Roomba E5 have worse airflow but picked up more debris than the D9. One reason could be these flaps in front of the D9 brush roll and the lack of agitation. Also, the lack of passes hurt it since it only went around the area twice. Put Dreame and Roborock side by side and you can see the difference. Roborock made cleaner passes, while the Dreame D9 didn't do as well, leaving an obvious trail. Both the S4 Max and S5 Max did very well in the Sanon hard floor test, picking up 99.9 and 99.8% respectively, while the D9 only picked up 90.8% after a 2-pass run. So I ran it a second time and the score went up to a more respectable 98.9%. However, it's still lower than both Roborock products after a single 3-pass run. Another issue with Dreame is the side brush spinning faster than Roborock. which scattered more debris as a result. Roborock doesn't spin as rapidly, and debris don't scatter as much. The S5 Max was the best of the three in the deep cleaning test, picking up an average of 84.75%, followed by the S4 Max with an 80.2% score. The D9 did the worst, only picking up 65.55%. After a second 2-pass run, the score went up to a more decent 74.2%, but still lower than the S4 Max and S5 Max. Next, we look at the hair wrap test, where I scattered 1 gram of 5 and 7-inch human hair strands, then weighed the hair collected inside the dustbin and around the brush. Here are the results after the 5-inch test. The S5 Max did the best with 95% of hair inside the dustbin and only 5% wrapping around the brush. Dreame did the worst with 40% inside the dustbin and 60% around the brush, while the S4 Max was decent, picking up 80% of hair after the 5-inch test. The S4 Max did the best in the 7-inch hair wrap test, picking up 80% with only 20% wrapping around the brush. In comparison, the S5 Max picked up 48% and D9 was the worst, picking up just 40%. One reason I think why the S4 Max did much better with longer strands is the superior airflow. The S4 Max also did the best in edge cleaning, leaving the least amount of coffee grounds in this area compared to the S5 Max and Dreame D9. Again, the high airflow is a factor why the S4 Max did well in an area most robots with a round frame will struggle with. Of the 3 robots, only the S5 Max and Dreame D9 had mopping attachments. The S4 Max can't mop floors and is a big reason why Roborock could bring their price down near mid-range levels. The S5 Max has a generous 290ml electronic water tank that's very efficient at water usage. It does an excellent job at keeping the pad damp without it getting soaking wet, so it stays damp enough to clean dry stains, leaving minimal residue. The D9's electronic water tank doesn't look big, but it has a decent capacity of 270ml to my surprise. However, you'll have to use the highest flow level to achieve a decent result when mopping dried stains, or the pad won't get damp enough. Both robots did well mopping dried red wine stains and left minimal residue and tire marks. And the best part is, the floor was completely dry minutes after the run for both. The results for the D9 were among the best I've tested so far at this price range, and something to consider if you don't want to spend more on the S5 Max. In this section, I'll highlight the app similarities and differences for each model. Please check the individual reviews, links in the description for more information. The Roborock S5 Max is compatible with both the Xiaomi and Roborock app. The Dreame D9 is only compatible with the Xiaomi app, while the S4 Max is only compatible with the Roborock app. Both Roborock products have similar features except for the mopping tab, since the S4 Max doesn't have any mopping attachment. All 3 have containment features such as invisible wall and no-go zones. Only the D9 and S5 Max have no mop zones that has similar functionality as the no-go zones, so it isn't a deal breaker. All 3 have live maps so you can see in real time the exact location of the robot, area size, and battery status. Carpet Boost is another similarity for Dreame and Roborock, so you can leave it at a lower setting and it automatically increases suction when it detects carpet. It's a good compromise between power and runtime. One potential sticking point is the map saving feature, available only in the Roborock S4 Max and S5 Max, where you can save up to 4 map levels. The Dreame D9 app doesn't have this feature even with the recent update, so both Roborock products are better options inside multi-level homes. While Roborock and Dreame have a room naming feature, I like Roborock's version better since you can use custom names, whereas Dreame does not. You can only select from a list. Another advantage Roborock has over Dreame is the option to select up to 3 passes, meaning the robot will go around the area up to 3 times. Dreame's max is only 2 passes, so it lags with thoroughness. All 3 robots have selective room cleaning and compatible with Alexa. Users will also have access to unlimited scheduling, but Roborock's version has more flexibility, providing the option to select weekdays or weekends, something absent in the D9. All 3 have the maintenance tab that provides a heads up when to change the side brush, main brush, and filter. Lastly, you can view the cleaning history, which logs the previous cleaning cycles, including the total area covered, usage time, and total times you've used the robot. While Roborock and Dreame use the same 5200 mAh lithium-ion battery, the S4 Max and S5 Max will run longer, up to 180 minutes in quiet mode. In comparison, the D9 will run for up to 150 minutes at the lowest setting, still a decent number. However, runtime shouldn't be an issue as these robots have recharge and resume. So these robots will automatically resume cleaning at the same spot it left previously if it doesn't finish the task. The S5 Max is the least noisy of the three, with a max of 62.4 decibels at the highest power setting. It's also the least noisy at the lowest setting. Surprisingly, the D9 is the loudest despite having the least amount of airflow with 64.7 decibels, slightly higher than the S4 Max's 64.1 decibels. Considering it has more airflow than the Roomba 980, it was less noisy. So Roborock did an excellent job at muffling noise with the S4 Max. To conclude this comparison, the Roborock S4 Max and S5 Max are still better options over the Dreame D9. Both bring superior cleaning performance on hard floors and carpet over Dreame. The S4 Max's higher airflow makes it a better option on hard surfaces, particularly for cleaning sand, while the S5 Max is better on carpet as evidenced by its higher score in a deep cleaning test. Dreame offers a more affordable 2-in-1 robot vacuum/mop combo than the S5 Max that will mop as well. It doesn't have the same thoroughness or cleaning performance, but it's decent for daily cleanups. The S4 Max is an excellent option for those who only want the vacuum functionality. If this video has been helpful to you, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit the bell icon to get notified when I publish new comparisons like this. Links are in the description below for more information. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.